Yo, what's going on? It's Mr. Slash and you're locked to PHTV. And my dad, like, he was very influential in me, because he used to have keyboards and in his house, and he was a big listener to music, so I was always around music when I was little and that. And then he bought me decks and I started mixing, and I thought mixing wasn't for me. I wanted to make my own music instead of paying other people's. Then he bought me a PC, and from there I just started. I got Fruity Loops and that, and just started. I mean, I try and take it from everywhere, but mainly it's classical. I love classical instruments and that. And that's me, all over. Strings is my main instrument. Just the PC and Fruity Loops. As you can see here, that's all I use. That's all I need to use. And a little keyboard, but that's not working at the moment, so everything's being played in by the mouse. So now I'm working on that A+ asked to make him a beat, so I thought, yeah, send me a beat called Practice House, and so come out. Signature tune, yeah? And opening free that way. Finished. Might take a bit longer to load because of the samples in it. Slow PC is almost good at all. So the next thing I need to buy a new PC. PCs all the way. I like Macs, but one button just not doing it for me. Because I don't know, I just find Macs hard. I can use Logic and that, because when I'm working in studios and that, I do have to use Logic. Yeah, it's loaded up now, so just play it. That's the track that got me recognised, that. And then from this tune is where I got my style from, the 5 hits. Now let me try it on the PC quickly, where is it? It's in there somewhere. This part of this drum pattern. The 5 kicks, that's like my style. I know like people say that's not really a style, but that's my signature, the 5 kicks and everything. I see a lot of producers using it at the moment, but to me it's biting, but I'm seeing it as they're taking inspiration from me, so I can't really complain, can I? I just think it's hype, because 5 kicks at the start of the bar is just powerful. Because when I used to make tunes with pianos and just one kick and that, and you just didn't have oomph. But the 5 kicks just give it past, like dum 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 dum, and you can just hear it in the tune. So yeah, it makes my style a bit hyper. My next tune is coming out on my next EP, the Getting Childish EP, with Kids Anthem, the vocal, instrumental vocal by Kids in the Hood and loads of guests, and then Bread and Like with Kids in the Hood again, Brutal, Big MC, and then another guest. And this is the first tune on that EP, and it's used the same hits from Concerto. As you listen to it, it's got the same 5 dun 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 dun, but this is a different pattern. I'm not showing you too much of that, but yeah. Big up Logan and Camille supporting that one for now, as well as Rossi, my management. I made the Concerto tune, it was beating about on radio, and it was originally it was signed to B-Land's label, big up Lady B-Land, but then she went to Amsterdam, and it was just hard connecting with her from far over. And then I emailed Rossi and said, oh, would you like to play the tune? He said, yeah, send it over. And then from there he just picked up on it and started playing it. For yeah, he wants to sign it. So he signed that tune. Then I made the flip side for it, Firearm. He signed that as well, and that was my first EP. Got Side to vocal it, Faction to vocal it, and he's like, yeah, it's actually a decent young talent, because I'm only 17. So he thought, yeah, it's a good investment, so just sign me up for a management deal. The youngest producer on Army. So I'm just trying to put the work in and get to the top of my game. And there's me, there's Virgo, big producer from Nottingham. There's Dr. Venom, even Rossi B and Luca, they make beats themselves, they're on the label. EJ, another big producer from out of London. Rossi doesn't really discriminate, he just go for London people. I'm like the only London producer on the label. All the rest are from Watford or Nottingham or Birmingham. So yeah, we've got a good amount of producers, and Skits has got an EP on the label as well. Although he's not signed exclusive to the label. Rossi signed a lot of good beats. Favourite artist? It's a tough one. I'd say Ghetto actually. Ghetto, because everyone thinks Ghetto is just hype and you can just hype up crowds and that. But I've got a couple tunes with Ghetto that are deep as well, they're deeper musical. Let me just play one tune out quickly. Because everyone thinks Ghetto can just do hype tunes and that, but I've got a tune with him that's like deep, he's talking about depth. Musical and you wouldn't really, when you hear the beat, you wouldn't really think Ghetto straight away. But when you listen to him, he does well on it, like. else going on with this one with this album or second mixtape or what, even my mixtape that I don't know yet.
I can see from a distance, I don't wanna predict it, but how long have I got left? Like shoot, it's a hot set, and time flies, so how long is a lifetime? That's why I think most of us live for today. Life's a bitch and away, and what's left? It's what's next, you live, then you die, it's not complex.
That one just saying the ghetto's versatile and I'm versatile. I don't just have tunes that sound like Control. I've got a lot of tunes that use the dun-dun-dun pattern, but this is where I come from. I come from making real powerful music that's good, that people can actually listen to with or without MCs. And so I like working with Ghetto because everyone knows I can do hype tunes with Ghetto. But me and Ghetto, we're doing a lot of stuff together, just trying to bring every aspect of grime, the slow side, the musical side, the hype side. Just gonna try everything done. So I say yeah, he's my favourite artist to work with. I'm a hard character to work with, Rossi says. He says I'm a hard one because I don't really like collaborating with anyone else. I don't know, I just like to be everything original in it. Because I see if I'm working with someone, that's like me eating off them and them eating off me. But I don't know, like the only producer I reckon I'd work with at the moment is my boy Ripperman. He's the biggest up and coming producer. Like me and him have got a similar kind of sound, so if we work together we come out big. But yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna start being open to more collaborations like with more producers and that. You see everyone, yeah, they always ask me what sounds I use, and that's the only thing I'm tight about. But as soon as this practice starts, and I'll let you in. My favourite plugin, Eddie Roll Orchestral. Everyone has this plugin, everyone uses it, but not a lot of people can use it well. There's me and Ripperman that's using it well. The Explicit uses it quite well as well. But that's my favourite one, orchestral. Then the plug sounds as well, the ones that Wiley made famous, using them quite a bit as well. So anything that's got good sounds in, I'll just download it, listen to it, and if it's got good sounds, I'll use them. So any plugin really, doesn't matter if it's 800 megabytes big or 1 MB, because there's always might be a sound edit you can think that's good that you can use in your production. So, but yeah, orchestral is my main plugin that I use. Draw for orchestral, first thing I do, draw for orchestral. As I said before, slow PC, so it's going to take hours to load. I've got insomnia, so during the daytime I'm proper tired and I just don't want to make beats. And when it hits 3 AM and that, bang, wide awake. So most of my tunes that you hear from me, like I've made them when like 3 o'clock in the morning and that. Then I just touch them up the next day when I wake up properly. I don't know, it depends. If I'm in a proper vibe, I'll make a tune in the daytime, but all my tunes happen in the night time really. That's when I'm most awake, like 2 o'clock in the morning. And that's loaded. Like, it starts off with a flute. But I'm not really a fan of flute, so I'm gonna go to my string section. And string staccato, they're powerful strings. For me, I always start off with low octaves to get my hits. So like, as you can see, they're powerful strings. So that's the first one of my hits. And then, as you can see, I've done the 5 hits. Like, this is my little trademark. Powerful strings as it is. So I just do them. That's for the first bar, and I'll just copy that. That's 2 bars, then I'll copy it again to make a 4 bar. Now that's 4 bars now. That'll be the first thing I'll do now. Let me just do quick drums. Move to 8 bars. No, kick's a bit too powerful though. Yes, kick that like easy. Then once again, just put in the same little 5 kick riff that I always use. So now I'm used to it. Got it wrong, killed myself. Got my own riff wrong. Yeah, cause it's like, I've only just done it in 2 minutes, already sounding kind of powerful in that, like. That's what I like about my style. Then just let me go get some hi-hats quickly. Where my hi-hats gone? Wrong folder. Some little fast hi-hats. Get a snare. Thanks for this. So now, if you listen to it, you do a nice little drum. It's free, killing me. Making my time stretching my samples to the wrong speed for me. That's more like it. Then now, just clone the channel again, or even just add a little string melody. I'll add more strings, maybe add a horn, some more drums. It's basically how I make a tune, like, so I'll start all my tunes. But I got kicked out of college, yeah. It's not a thing to be proud of, but I'm just telling you, I got kicked out of college. And then for like 6 months I was just pouring my mum off. Every day, wake up, Shane, go job centre. nah mum, I'm a producer, let me just make beats. And I used to tell her that all the time and she wouldn't believe me. She'd think, yeah, you're just saying it to power off. I was actually just trying to power off, I didn't want to get a job. But now I've realised, yeah, that music, it does pay, but you can't just do music. And music's not going to be around for all of your life. Like garage, it might not be around in 10 years. So if you're just making garage, then you need another way to make music. So that's what I mean, I'm going back to college now to do business. Because it's all good making music, but if I've got a business mentality and a good music sense, then I'm on top of my game, innit? So like, to everyone, just don't F-up your education like me. When it comes to GCSEs, I didn't do no revision, I was too busy making beats. And when it comes to my music exam, I didn't go, I stayed in making beats on Fruit Loops. Because I was just waste. I do regret it, but at the same time, it did help me with my music. But try and get even balance of education and music so you can get the best of both worlds. My life is basically 24/7 music, so when I want to relax, I'll just fling on some slow jams, like, or just something nice relaxing music like pan pipe music, just anything. But music is like how I relax basically. I'll just lie down and think about stuff. But mainly music, yeah, that's how I relax.